Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to another recording session of Hearthstone. Let me just check something here. Nope. Somebody was asking me to friend them on not Facebook, on YouTube, and I don't know why. My friend ID is at the description of every single Hearthstone episode and every single recording I make at all. So, and they didn't send me a friend request, so I can't accept it even if they did. If people are gonna make that much trouble and you're just a random person, I probably shouldn't even bother to accept it. I certainly would, to be a nice person, but the truth is, if I have literally two links, so there's on Hearthstone, it says friend me here, that's the refer a friend link, which also works even if you aren't new to Hearthstone. And then at the bottom it clearly says this Rydo number 1423, and if you want to add somebody, all you have to do is type that in, and you will send me a request, and I'll accept any requests that I get, because I definitely do need more friends. Look, right now there's literally one person who's sort of online playing Hearthstone and one person who's playing Warcraft. Anyways, moving forward, let's see. The Tavern Brawl, I believe, is the same Tavern Brawl, so we don't need to fix that. What do we need to do? To play 25 Battlecry minions, win 2 games with Hunter and Mage, so let's play Hunter, and win 5 games with Druid and Rogue. So let's begin. Let's play Ranked Standard with the Hunter and try that. So they have come out with the new expansion. They've announced what it's going to be and when it's coming. It's called The Mean Streets of Gadgetstan is the name of it. So One Night in Karazhan before, The Mean Streets of Gadgetstan. It's the same thought. They are introducing a new concept that there will be tri-class cards that can be played in 3 specific classes. So that will certainly be an interesting turn of events too. I think this opens the door for something very strange. Really, because what it effectively does is it makes 3 tiers of cards, of classes, dividing the 9 classes into 3 groups. Possibly what it is also is that, well, if we think about it from a different perspective, it might be that there's, in each of the 3 classes, there's one that's a really good in the meta and always wins, there's one that stays about in the middle in the meta games, and there's one at the very bottom that's really bad. That might also be the way it works. But if it works that way, and then you gave a good card that was a tri-class, everybody would play it in the high meta deck, and then the other 2 classes would be left to the street. But I guess that's still better than having a tri-class card that plays great in the top 3 meta games, and then having a tri-class card that plays only in the lowest 3 meta games. So we'll have to see kind of that, and I'm not even sure if I would be able to identify whether that's the way that's going to happen or not. Doesn't look like she's gonna play. So it does definitely open the door, though, because eventually we're gonna just have cards that are banned, and it's going to be straight up. This card is allowed in everything except for mage decks. This card is allowed in everything except for mage and hunter decks. This card is allowed in everything except for mage, hunter, and warlock decks. It could be anything close to that. It could be that the idea
what to do
is now weirdly done, and the way it's done is there's this banner of the gangs of Gadget Sand just in the top left of
time runs out on me.
Of the cards, right below the mana cost, which I bet it starts changing. Excuse me. I bet it starts becoming something closer to, there's just little squares of different colors or symbols all the way down that edge. And then I bet it will eventually just come straight down to some whole new system. They're going pretty crazy. Oops, with it. I will do a video, standard video, looking at all the cards. I want to wait till it shows up on Hearthstone, though. Because right now, not all the cards have been looked at. I could certainly try to make that video a different way by looking on a website, and maybe if they reveal all of them, I would do that. That's the right way to do it, but I don't think they have yet. This is all coming from BlizzardCon, of course, and because of it coming out in December, early December, and right now it's November, we're not going to probably play that huge tavern brawl. Or if I do play it, it's going to be very painful to play that, because that is a super gambly thing to do. And then knowing that I'm going to spend 5,000 of my 8,000 on that. I will be left with like 2,000 after this expansion comes out. The good news is I guess I don't have to do anything more for that.
Tonight, a tale of terrible trouble.
Ooh, I hope she doesn't kill this guy. That would be nice to keep him. Let's do this.
I'll put it on your head.
Job's done.
Yep, that was a nice move. So, as far as the new expansion, I haven't looked at the cards yet, so I don't know what it's really gonna be. If it's Gadget Zan, I think they might try to put some more mechanical things in there, although it doesn't really sound like they are going to do anything like that. They might try something else.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
So, I'm not sure if it's a great expansion. It is the next expansion. The sad thing here is all I can really feel with the next expansion is, oh, that just means we're one more tick away from the oldest expansion being banned. So with one hand they give, with the other hand they take away. That's all it feels like. This feels like a sleight of hand magic trick, really. And these expansions are happening pretty fast. It's a little too fast for me. And I suspect pretty quickly here we're gonna get the other shooter drop, and they'll say they're changing or banning some other cards. We've kind of fallen into this rut. I wish I'd just leave the game alone for a while. How is the tri-class cards going to work in a tournament? I have no idea. Because if a tournament says you can't play this class, well, if a good handful of the cards that you can't play in this class are playable in some other class, well then you just make that other class. I know at least one of the cards has the ability to discover cards from any of the other classes, so all of a sudden you're gonna get mage style cards as a hunter. Guess I'm doing pretty good here. I don't have a ton of stuff to talk about here too, so we're not even on to that yet. But I guess opening 50 packs is the right move. There's no reason really not to. Opening 50 classic packs would have been nicer, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to see that happen yet. Alright, so we do this, and then we do
Drink with me, friend.
this,
Well played.
and then we do this, and then we do this. I like being told well played, but I am just playing a rank 23 game. I'm about 5 days into it. So let's not move away from that. So I'm playing Skyrim here. It's kind of weird because I've played so cautiously to not start missions. I've actually kind of run out of missions. As silly as it may sound. The general game, when you're going down the companion's quest, pushes you towards towards walking next to things and finding issues and finding more missions on the way. I kind of skipped one of the major things in the companion's quest that that would have encouraged that. After dying once, you still die a lot in Skyrim too. It's really weird after playing Witcher 3 to play this open world game that really doesn't have that good of a story, and it's so random, and it's got so many busy work things of smithing and alchemy and magic and all of that. It just seems really dull. I would hate really for it to not exist, though. Like, in comparison to The Witcher 3, which is the game I have to compare it to, it would suck if there was no game out there where you did have smithing and lockpicking and enchanting and flower collecting and all of that stuff should exist. I'm just not sure it should exist to the extent that it does exist. I think a lot of the abilities in the game require you to do stuff way too much. I've already done a ton of smithing. I should be at level 100 of smithing probably already. I've already done way too much alchemy. You should go up one level for every potion and just say after 100 potions, that is it. You've become an expert alchemist.
A tale of wonder and magic.
Because nobody needs to be low level alchemists at all. It should be just some kind of easy skill that you learn and you're done with, and that's it. I've done a significant amount of archery, and I'm up to like 76 levels on archery, but I did that by cheating through the wazoo. Cheating and manipulating the facts and being able to afford training for the system a lot cheaper. Well, actually for free. When it was supposed to cost an ever-increasing amount of money to train up to a level. In fact, I can't probably train any higher in archery. I wouldn't be surprised if I can't train any higher in any skill above level 75. So I'm gonna have to start to try to have a huge amount of money just on my person at all times to spend that money on training whenever I find somebody that can train me in something. The Hearthstone expansion, same name as this game, in level 30 hunter. Level 30? Wow, somebody hasn't been playing for a while if they went all the way down to level... No, that doesn't mean the same thing. It said level 30, not rank 30. I was like, there is no rank 30. Let's see. Here we go.
Run away!
Job done.
So, yeah. A lot of stuff in Skyrim, a lot of busy work still. A lot of missions I haven't started, so I need to continue trying to find all the Daedric quests, and I think I also need to probably push the main storyline forward a little bit more, but I'm trying to hold back on that until I've done all the, like, quests. Right now I'm in the middle of the quest around
Run away!
the College of Winterhold, and my hope is to become the Archmage of Winterhold and get all the magic abilities, even though I'll probably never use them. Playing as a magic ability character starts to level up about 5 other skill sets that you otherwise won't even touch. I think that's a major problem in the game. Also, just the way you pick a weapon and it doesn't ever, and then you don't ever do anything else with any of the other abilities or weapons. That whole system needs to be better integrated, and picking up stuff needs to be better integrated. It's ironic, since they're doing some additions to Diablo 3, that Skyrim has the exact same problem as Diablo
Bring it on.
did, and it's what Torchwood fixed by just having a pet that would take all your items back to the main area and sell them all. And I think if Skyrim, the next Elder Scrolls game, sequel, whatever the sequel to Skyrim is, it won't be called Skyrim 2, probably. If you could send your companion back to sell all your items that you give them, that would all help a massive amount. Particularly because then one would assume that your companion would be able to find people with enough money to sell them. So that would be a massive improvement there. Of course, then the problem is half of the fights that I get into, I wouldn't be able to survive in the early game without a companion. Right now, my archery is so overpowered. It is one-shotting characters with the triple damage for sneak attacks. So I am doing pretty well with it now on easy. I wonder if I started knocking that back up to adept, though, if I would find the characters again are turning out to be really more difficult. Their difficulty settings in particular are problematic because it is just adding more life to characters, and Skyrim doesn't have a system where you can really have big fights. You just have fights with things with big health bars. That's something that I'd like to see him fix. Each city has this own region of things to do around it. So if you get a quest in a city, it's almost certainly going to be close to where the city is, somewhere within a circle area of that's about halfway between the next city, which effectively makes the entire world of Skyrim very spread out for no reason. It could have been a smaller, it could have had less walking around. What Skyrim sells itself on, and ironically this is also what the new Zelda game is selling itself on, is that it's this huge open world game, and that's also kind of like where the Zelda game with the water kind of failed too. Because what was that? Wind Waker? Yeah. It's mostly just empty space. It's mostly just walking. The Hearthstone building of the house. Did I get to that, or did I not talk about that? I still can't move kids into it. I built this lovely house, and I'm giving money to furnish it, but it seems like even after I gave money to furnish the rooms, I still have other things I need to buy and craft, and that's very weird.
Oh dear! The better to eat you with.
Do I want to hit this? Or do I want to play this?
Drink with me, friend.
This will be an interesting move.
Job's done.
So how long have I been going here as I'm sitting here in silence? That is also a concern. as I'm starting to approach the 30-hour mark potentially of Skyrim, is just how much of silence am I going to, how silent am I going to be in this game? Let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And then
Run away!
close that one. And then let's see, that one kills that one.
Challenge
That one
accepted.
kills that one. And that one kills that one.
Job's done.
And then we killed everything. Okay. I cleaned the board off at least. So I don't even think we're going to bother to talk about any of the other things. I'm just going to talk about Skyrim here. And it's probably stupid to talk about Skyrim on Hearthstone since I'm worrying about having things to say about Skyrim in Skyrim. But I do think I am going to have to just move the story forward. We keep getting attacked by vampires over and over again, and it's killing people in Whiterun. Like the entire population of Whiterun is slightly in danger of being murdered through vampire attacks, which that will be weird. I've already lost the general store character. I've lost the Battleborn character. Several guards have been killed, but the guards respawn. So that's not a huge concern. Let's see. If I do this, I can't do this. If I do this, let's do this and this. So that'll be 4 plus 2 is 6. I am in kind of a nice place to play this. All
realities, all dimensions are
Done.
destroy all other minions and discard your hand. So if they, in 2 more turns, if he manages to kill everything with dying, I need to also, like, start giving
I have no
consideration
time for games.
to recording the next series of things. I think I have Lego up till January. I think I may have everything up till January, but January is not that far away. It's I believe November 5th today. So you're talking less than 1 month and 1 whole month, and then we're back. So we're not, I'm really still not at that 3 months ahead. Maybe with Skyrim, once all is said and done, I will get 3 months ahead, but I was hoping to be 4 or 5 months ahead, 6 months ahead. It's worth, I guess, slightly mentioning. I don't want to harp on it, but the Halloween month went off as I expected, or should have expected. It would have been really nice if it had been this huge increase
Let
in
none
views.
survive.
And to be completely honest, I have seen a bump in views a little bit in in everything. So it seems like my videos are getting 3 or 4 views now instead of just 2, which doesn't feel like it should all be me. So there's at least 1 or 2 people that are actually watching now that I have 100 subscribers. So that's
Let
nice.
none survive.
But the Halloween month didn't grab tons of people, and I kind of wish it would have, but there was no reason why it would. And I'll certainly do something Halloween month probably in the next year. I'm not sure how it's gonna go next year. I still haven't really thought about it, made a decision. I'm gonna try to keep, I want to try to keep everything as it is, but who knows? The Lego thing is gonna probably stop, and then that will probably be a reduction in our content there. Lego games in particular have been a nightmare with content ID. So stopping that would be nice. Anywho, so we need a lot of Battlecry minions still, and we need to play as the Druid or the Rogue, and we'll find out next recording whether the Druid or the Rogue have, which one of those has more Battlecry things. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. Oh, that's one thing. I'm trying to change myself from saying click on my name, Rydo, to saying go to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. See, I didn't say it right there. But that's something I'm trying to train myself, because with the new end screens, clicking on my name actually doesn't immediately take you to my page, so that will just be more confusion. And then finally down below, all my social media links, including Battle.net if you want to friend me on Hearthstone. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.